Welcome back to Making a Difference on Buzz TV. I'm Mike White. Join me today is another great trustee in our community, Mac Holley with Heritage Capital Group. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mike.
Talking about Boy Scouts, you've been involved for Scouts pretty much your entire life. How did you get started with Scouting originally?
You know, Mike, when I was a kid, I grew up in Alabama, and Scouting was a big deal there. A lot of people in the community were involved. It was heavily supported by a major corporation. Goodyear had a big facility in my hometown, and I had a great scout troop, and one of my neighbors was sort of a mentor of mine, got me involved at a really young age, and I started as a Cub Scout and went all the way through Boy Scouts and ended up earning my Eagle Scout.
What were some of the memories that as you're going through achieving the rank of Eagle, what were some of the greatest memories you took away from the program?
You know, I would say the outdoor activities and the camping and you know, as a young boy, getting out in the woods and learning how to do things on your own, building your self-esteem, learning how to cook and clean and all the stuff you didn't typically do at home. And I had a fantastic experience going to Philmont Scout Ranch out in New Mexico. Really outstanding week out in the outdoors, you know, hiking over 50 miles. And it's really outstanding. I mean, I would say the outdoor experience is really what stands out to me, and the leadership opportunities as well.
Have you gone back to Philmont since then?
I haven't, unfortunately. I'm proud to say both my boys are Eagle Scouts, but I couldn't get them motivated to go to Philmont. They had so many other things going on, but I would love to go back.
I had the opportunity a couple of years ago, but I was so worried that I was out of shape that it's a trek. You're out there for 10 days.
It is a heck of a trek. It really is.
So what encouraged you, after your scouting career, I guess scouting career up to Eagle Scout was done, what encouraged you to get back involved on the board level?
Well, you know, my career was in banking, and I had an opportunity with a predecessor bank, Barnett Bank, moved me over to St. Petersburg as part of my career development. And while I was there, the church I was going to wanted to start up a scout troop. And as they looked through their congregation, I kind of rose to the top as the only one with scout experience. And so they asked me if I would become a scoutmaster. Well, I hadn't been scouting in 25 years, and I'd kind of, you know, checked the box, moved on to my career development, hadn't really thought about it. But as I did begin to think about it, it was kind of exciting. So we started a troop at the church, and I became a scoutmaster, went and got all my training done, ramped it up. We had like 8 boys join the troop. And I did that for almost 5 years before I moved back here to Jacksonville. And that sort of reinvigorated me, reconnected me to the scouting movement.
When your boys got involved, and obviously you helping them achieve the rank of Eagle, what was going through your mind on why it was important to you to get your sons involved?
Well, you know, certainly based on my own personal experience, and as I rolled through my career, meeting other folks that had gotten their Eagle Scout or involved in the Eagle, I could see the pattern there. You know, when you're in it as a child, you don't really think about the long-term career opportunities and, you know, the leadership that you're developing and learning how to work with others and team play and building outdoor skills and how this all sort of helps you to develop in your career. But as I got older and into my career, it did start to resonate with me. And I said, you know, I got to make sure my boys get that same experience. And obviously there's lots of things for kids to do today. And I'm a big fan of sports, and I'm a big fan of other leadership clubs. But I felt like scouting was, to me, the #1 thing I wanted to make sure that they did. And if I could get them all the way through to Eagle Scout, wonderful. But if I could at least get them in there for a few years to get the experience, I knew as later in life they would really appreciate that.
Do you ever see, as you work with your business, do you ever see Eagle Scout on resumes, and has it ever influenced hiring decisions in companies you're with?
Absolutely. You know, I wouldn't say I wouldn't hire somebody because they were not an Eagle Scout. Obviously, you weigh each candidate independently, but I will say if you see that on a resume, it sort of checks the box that this individual is goal-oriented. You know, they probably have a high level of self-esteem, strong character, strong morals. So fundamentally, I think you kind of know that you got a base to work with there.
Well, thank you for coming on today's program. Thank you for all you do for the Boy Scouts in the community, so I appreciate it. And make sure you sign your child up for scouting today at bascout.org to learn all of the values that they need going through life. We will see you next time on Buzz TV.